I'm Darren with Akshon Esports, and this is Action Recap, the show where we highlight various ongoing stories within the esports community. For our first story of the day, we have the Shanghai Dragons' Geguri in a stream AMA taking time to clarify a misconception people seem to have about her and the Shanghai Dragons. She made a statement in response to the discussion that she was the primary reason why her team is starting to see improvement, and as such, she deserves a better team. Geguri refuted this claim, explaining her thoughts when joining the Dragons and stating that she is definitely not the only good player on the Dragons and wanted to put an end to this misconception. The following statement from Geguri's AMA was translated courtesy of Twitter user @KayleeNim. Quote, "I chose to join the Shanghai Dragons because I wanted to see how my talents can help the team out, and I thought this would help me improve as a player. I was afraid that I would stagnate when I started out, but right away, I am very glad to be a part of this team. I also dislike it when people say that I am the only good player in Shanghai Dragons because we all try our best, and their efforts are the reason why I look so good in matches. So I want people to stop that misconception of me being the only good player on the team." Going by the performance of the Dragons in their last set of games, it's rather obvious that Geguri isn't the only player trying their best to improve and carry their team. Aside from her, the DPS duo of Dia and SADO have been turning heads with their impressive DPS play, which helped their team nearly secure their first win of the season when going up against the Philadelphia Fusion last week in a match that went to 5 maps. Along with the improvements to their DPS, Fearless and Geguri have strengthened the tank lineup of the team, which was frequently pointed out in the past as one of the Dragons' main weaknesses, with Roshan having positional difficulties. Even the supports have started to show signs of improvement, with Freefeel and Altering dying needlessly far less than they have been in the past. Granted, they still find themselves being picked off by Widowmaker headshots, but it's not as bad as before when they would frequently be the first to die before a teamfight actually started. For our next story of the day, some of you might remember in an earlier episode of Recap, we mentioned that the Boston Uprising were in talks with Gillette for a potential sponsorship deal. As of today, the deal has been made official, with the Safety Razor company operating as Boston Uprising's official shaving product supplier. The Gillette logo will be displayed on Boston Uprising's practice jerseys, social media, and facility, in addition to other digital sponsorship activations. As far as their esports investments go, League of Legends fans are already familiar with this company as a sponsor of Team Solo Mid and their Snapchat advertisement campaign featuring the team captain Soren Bjergsenberg. We can likely expect something similar with the Uprising soon. Gillette Global Head of Sports Greg Villa said in a statement, quote, "For more than a century, Gillette has worked with the leading professional sports leagues and athletes. As the esports world continues to grow, we're looking forward to expanding our partnership with the craft sports and entertainment, and our roster of esport athletes to include Boston Uprising." The sponsorship with the Uprising isn't too surprising when considering the hygiene company's history with the Overwatch franchise ownership, the Kraft Group. As a part of a deal struck in 2002, the owners of Gillette, Procter & Gamble have naming rights to New England Patriots Stadium, home of Robert Kraft's NFL team, until 2031. There has also been an update regarding Philadelphia Fusion's SADO. Fusion head coach Kirby took to Twitter to clear up that SADO, who had been suspended for 30 games, will not be playing for Week 5. Kirby explained that SADO was banned for 30 regular season games, which does not include playoff matches, so he can only apply for reinstatement, whatever that means, after the conclusion of Stage 3. For our last story of the day, Blizzard has announced the results of an investigation of Overwatch hack developers in South Korea, which led to a 10-month sentence for one of the 13 suspects. As part of an investigation that took place throughout all of 2017, Blizzard worked with the Seoul Metropolitan Police Agency Cyber Safety Department to investigate the hack distributors and developers of the suspicious cheating software used to gain an unfair advantage in Overwatch. A total of 13 suspects were found in violation of laws against information protection and the game industry, with one suspect now having a 2-year probation period in which if he commits any illegal acts, he'll be sentenced to 10 months in prison. Another suspect was fined about $9,300. The cases of the other 11 suspects are still pending at this time. In regards to today's stories, let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. Specifically, what do you think about Geguri's statement regarding the misconception about her being the only good player on her team? Do you agree with that? As always, let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. That's all for now. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like and share as it really helps out the channel quite a lot. Otherwise, be sure to subscribe and follow us on Twitter if you want to stay up to date with all of our content, and hit that bell to stay notified. This has been Darren from Akshon Esports, and we'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.